Howdy folks, this is Daniel St.Pierre with Glorious Media and Cybergenica, and in this video I'm going to show you a brilliant example of an RSS-driven website, and more importantly, I'm going to point out a few things to consider before you endeavor an RSS-driven website such as the site found in this video. Let's get started, shall we? Well, first, let's take a look at a site located at TotalCeltics.com, which is owned and operated by Dwight Hooper, the CEO and founder of Right Brain Media. At first glance, well, the site looks fantastic and professionally designed using a WordPress theme from Themeforest called The League. The site's content is fresh and many posts appear to be published by a WordPress user named Google News, which I'm sure you know is set up by the site's admin and in this case appears as an actual Google News feed. In reality, it's not. I'm certain Google has absolutely nothing to do with these posts, and I'm confident if they found out someone is publishing posts posing as Google News, the Mountain View-based giant would frown upon this and red flag this site. But let's move on, since that's small potatoes compared to what's next. The site is obviously designed to generate pay-per-click revenue through Google Adsense, as each page is filled with Google ads. See here, and more here, and another one here, and so on and so forth. Essentially, this site is made of countless pages that are filled with Google ads. So there's no doubt the site is a commercial for-profit website aimed at generating revenue through Google Ads. But that may not be kosher. Why? Well, this site seems to be entirely populated through RSS feeds from various media websites that publish proprietary copyrighted content, which in turn is distributed for personal use through their RSS feed. It looks to me like the owner of this site, Mr. Hooper, does not create any content whatsoever. Rather, he pulls articles from third-party media companies, republishes these copyrighted articles on his website, and then he claims to own the copyright for the content on his site. Now, for this claim to be true, Mr. Hooper would need to be listed as a joint copyright owner for all the content displayed on his website, including intellectual property, artwork, copy, photographs, and in this case, news articles. Now, I don't know if Mr. Hooper does have joint copyrights on his content, but let's take a look at one of the posts on TotalCeltics.com. This post features a link to the original article, and if we load the Boston Globe webpage where the article originated, we see that it's identical. The title, the article, and photographs are the same. Now, a quick read of the Boston Globe's terms of service reveals that all content published on their website is for personal, non-commercial use, and that all materials published on the site are protected by copyright laws. Furthermore, Boston Globe's terms of service states that no one is permitted to publish, transmit, reproduce, distribute, perform, display, or in any way exploit any of the content in whole or in part. So, where does that put the TotalCeltics.com website in legal terms? Well, if the owner of the TotalCeltics.com website does not have permission to use copyrighted content from third-party sources, in this case, the Boston Globe, well, he is stealing this content and infringing on copyright laws, which are both federal offenses. In the U.S., using copyrighted material content can be fined from $200 to $150,000 for each work infringed upon. In the UK, where Mr. Hooper gets a lot of his content, copyrighted infringement involve up to 6 months in jail for each offense and up to 50,000 British pounds per article or photo. But wait, there's more. Let's take a look at photographs displayed on Mr. Hooper's site. A bird's eye view tells us the photos are served from the TotalCeltics.com website. But further analysis reveals the TotalCeltics.com website is actually hot linking photos and displaying images from servers they do not own. I'll assume Mr. Hooper has permission to do this, since hot linking without permission is, you guessed it, illegal. Why is hot linking illegal? Well, hot linking is essentially bandwidth theft. To display images from any domain other than your own without permission is against the law. It's theft, and once again, it's an infringement on intellectual property, another federal offense. Let's have a look. If you right-click on this photo and select View Image, takes us to a placeholder. The actual photograph used in this photo belongs to someone else, in this case, the Boston Globe. And the TotalCeltics.com website is using the Boston Globe's bandwidth to serve the photo each time their site or corresponding posts are loaded on a computer, mobile phone, or tablet. Doing this without permission is another federal offense against the photographer or the company who owns the photo's copyright. Then, because hot linking content without permission involves stealing bandwidth from the Boston Globe, Mr. Hooper would be looking at local charges in Boston as well. In this case, because it's on such a massive scale, grand theft. So we recognize the site and its owner may be infringing on international copyright laws, and Mr. Hooper could also be stealing bandwidth through hot linking. What do you think? Is the TotalCeltics.com website legitimately thriving by using third-party content with permission, or should someone be held accountable here? Remember, when it comes to breaking the law, ignorance of the law is not a welcome defense argument. And if Mr. Hooper is doing all this without permission, with over 40 websites like this one in his portfolio, I would not be surprised if the feds paid him a visit. There you have it, a brilliant example of an RSS-driven website that may or may not be breaking the law. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and in the event you did, please click the like button and feel free to share and comment. Until next time, may God bless you and yours. To God be all the glory.